Hi, welcome back. I'm glad you joined me today because today we're going to do a fantastic little seascape and I think you'll like that. Let me tell you what I've already done up here. I have my standard old canvas up here and I've covered the top of it with just liquid white, just like we normally do. Then I have a piece of masking tape and this is slightly above center. And then the bottom of this I've covered with liquid clear and I just have a thin, even coat. So tell you what, let's have them run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint along, and we're going up here and get started. Now, let's start today with a small amount of the phthalo blue. Smallest little amount. Just a tiny bit. Okay, let's just go up in here, and let's just drop us in a happy little sky. Just a quick little sky. Now, when you're putting this liquid clear on, like we have on the bottom, use it very, very sparingly because you can't see it. You have a tendency to put it too much on. You need very, very little of it. Oh, son of a gun. One can of it might last you for years and years and years. There we go. I have a big old cloud up in the sky, so we'll just leave a spot open for it. Okay, and we just blend that out a little. About like so. Now, same old brush. I'll take some more phthalo blue, reach up here and grab a touch of the alizarin crimson. So we have phthalo blue and alizarin crimson, and just mix it on the brush. I'm just looking for sort of a lavender color. Maybe in our sky today there's a big old cloud. Just use a corner of the brush, see, just tap you in the back of the cloud here, putting in some shadow. Just drop them in, wherever you want them. Maybe right on down. I don't know. You be the judge of where you want clouds to be. Maybe it comes right on down in here somewhere. Okay, that's all there is to it. All we're doing is putting in some dark shapes, so when we put light on it, it'll stand out and sparkle for you. Let's bend this one over a little. There, see? Make him tilt over a little bit. You can just do anything that you want to do. It's your cloud. Clean my brush here. Give him a shake. We're in business. Okay, I'm going to go right into titanium white. Still use old 2-inch brush. What the heck? Now, when you're doing this at home, maybe you want to use your fan brush to do it if you want very delicate little clouds, or a 1-inch brush. Or you can get brave and just use this big son of a gun. It doesn't matter. There we go. Just put them rascals on there. I want a big fluffy cloud that just lives out here and has a good time. Maybe. There. Okay. Just wherever you think they should be. Maybe there's a little bit of it that floats right over here. Wherever. Look at that. See, a spigot brush will make beautiful clouds if you just give it a chance. But I'm using just the corner of the brush. There we are. Okay, we'll wash that rascal again. If you've painted with me before, you know I use odorless thinner to clean the brush. If you don't use odorless thinner, I guarantee you, you're going to be working alone and you're going to be the most unpopular person in the house. Now, just use just the top corner of the brush and we'll begin mixing this, blending it. And I'm going to beat the brush occasionally just to knock off excess paint that I pick up. There. Just begin blending it together. And by just beating the brush, you don't have to go through the whole cleaning procedure. Just give it a good hard womp there. Knock it a good one. Okay, now I'm going to fluff this cloud a little. Got to make those little noises. There, just fluff it up. Like so. Give it another beat and a bang, and there we are. Sort of looks like an A-bomb went off there, don't it? So now if you ever want to paint a big explosion, big bomb, you know how to do it. We both learned something. There. Now very lightly, very lightly. Just want to go right across that and just blend it very softly. 3 hairs and some air. That's all it takes. Okay. Knock off that excess paint. Now then, as I mentioned earlier, there's a piece of masking tape across here. I have that on there only to give us a beautiful straight horizon line. So let's take that off. And that's the fun part, is pulling that off. Now then, we can go up here and begin playing a little bit. Might take a clean, dry brush and put the least little touch of the liquid clear right up to the horizon. When you're using this clear, one of the neatest things, try this at home. Take clear and liquid white, mix it together in about equal proportions, and then put it on your canvas. Make some of the most beautiful effects you've ever seen. You'll like it. You'll like it. Now then, I'm going to take just a little liner brush, or filbert brush, I'm sorry. A little filbert brush here, put a little color on it. I like to sort of lay out a basic idea when I'm going to do little seascapes, because I want to keep the eye of this wave transparent. So come right up here and watch. Let's just go. There will be our major wave. It'll come right along in there somewhere. And it'll curl over. Does that sort of help? Like so. And maybe we'll have some stones in here. I don't know. Somewhere in here we'll have some stones. See, it doesn't matter. You can just do anything that you want to do there. The only thing I'm worried about saving is this nice place where the eye of our wave will be. I want to keep that nice and clean and sparkly. Let's get a little bit of phthalo blue. Be right back. Grab some alizarin crimson, phthalo blue. Okay. Now then, just going to put a little touch of color right up in here. Maybe a touch more of the crimson. There. This is just background color. There we go. See, right up to the horizon. There. And roughly down to where we're going to have it. We're really not committed, so it's not a big deal. That's the only part I'm trying to save, is right there. Rest of it, wherever. Okay. And right on over here somewhere. Okay, add a little phthalo green to my brush here. Maybe when it gets down in here, we're going to have a little touch of green. I'm going to add some black to that. Very dark. Black, phthalo blue, phthalo green. We let that blend right on up. Just looking for a super, super dark color. There we go. Something about like so. Okay. Now then, I'm going to grab another brush. Maybe there'd be a little sand over here. So I'm going to go into the Van Dyke brown, little dark sienna. Just mix them up a little bit on the brush. And maybe there's a little sand lives right over here in the corner. And all we're doing is just blocking in color. Add a little touch of yellow ochre to that. Little touch of yellow ochre as it gets down here. There. Just sort of let them blend together. No big deal right now. Once again, all we're doing is blocking in color. We can come back and do anything that we want to do. Okay, clean our brush. Give it a nice scrub. And beat the devil out of it. Okay, now we can start playing back here. Grab a fan brush, go into a little bit of white, and we can make our first big decision. Looking for some waves back here in the background. There's one. Just straight white, that's all it is. There's another one that lives right back in here. Just straight white. A little bit of white right along this major one. Now, all we want to do is gently blend this back. Allow it to pick up that color, this back here. Just blend it back. Okay, grab the next one and blend him back. Wipe all the excess paint off your brush and just use the paint that you have on the canvas and blend back. See, what happens is these dark edges that are important, not the light ones. And you begin getting all those beautiful little wave shapes in there. And we can just put a little of the white on the brush here. Just put the indication of some little things that are happening way back in there. Okay, zoom in, just make little wave shapes. Just here and there. Like so. Okay. Let's get a filbert here. Right in this area, I want to have some fun. So we'll take some straight titanium white, and to that I'm going to add the smallest little touch of cad yellow. Very little color in there. Load the bristles full of paint. Now let's go right up in here. If this is where the eye of the wave is going to be, or the transparency, then just scrub it in. Get tough with it. Get tough with it. Really scrub it in. Now then we'll begin picking up some of this color. Just let it blend out darker and darker. While I have that on the brush, maybe some of it comes down in here. See, let all kinds of little things just happen. Bring them sort of back and forth a little. Now we can wash that brush. Okay. Now we have a good dry 2-inch brush. I'm going to use just the top corner and very lightly make tiny little circles here. And we can begin blending all that together. Tiniest little circles. And just barely touching the canvas. And just sort of wind it up. See there? And now we can begin creating some shape. Just pull those colors together. That's pretty already. Now shapes. There we go. Okay. Now we want that water to crash over. So I'll just take some white on the brush. And, well, let's see here. Let me find another brush. I got 2 or 3 of them going here. Need a little more dark right in here. There we are. Got to have plenty of dark in there so our light will show. Now we can take our, this is just titanium white. I'm going to grab it, give it a pull. Let it curl over. Think about that wave crashing over the top here. Grab it. Helps to make those little noises. There you go. Okay. Now maybe, said there was going to be some stones. I'm going to take some, let's go in right in here. Have some Van Dyke Brown Dark Sienna mixed together. And right here I'm going to mix up blue and alizarin crimson. Proportionally much more crimson. Take a little of each. And maybe our stone lives right up in here. Now push it in very firmly. Now I'm just going to start blending this together. All I'm doing is bending that knife. I have the small knife, pushing very firmly and begin blending this together. Let it pick up some of this white. I want this to be very soft, very subdued. A little more white and just blend. See what's happening? Put a lot of pressure, really a lot of pressure. Wipe your knife continually. And just make it look so soft. Maybe this wave comes right in front of it. You have to make a big decision. Okay. We'll take a little blue, crimson, touch of white. Let's go right in here and let's start putting the foam in here. That's the fun part. Just think about that foam crashing and carrying on in there. Helps to make all these little noises. Okay, now we have to clean the brush. I'm just wiping it on some paper towels here. Okay, and we'll go right back into, this is white with the least little touch of the cad yellow in it, least little touch. Load a lot of color into the brush. Now then, let's start right up here. Let's give it a little upward push. Create that nice foam. There. Wipe your brush off in between loading so you have nice fresh color on it. Let that foam just follow right around here. Think about how the water's going to crash and churn and carry on. All the little things that are going on. Water really gets having a good time out here. Now then, I'm wiping all the paint off the brush and very gently, just going to blend these back together. Get all the paint off the brush that you can get off. Just rub it clean. Our 2-inch brush, and very lightly, once again. Just blend that together. It comes out so soft and delicate looking. People never believe you've done that with a great big brush. Now I'm going to take the liner brush, go into some of that lavender here, and I want to strengthen this edge so it really stands out. There we go. Really strengthen it here. A little bit of that color on it. Begin putting some little things in your wave. These little things help show the shape. There. Okay, now then, let's go back to our small knife. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's have an opening between these stones. That always looks neat. So come right in here, and you need a few little things happening. We're not too worried about this. Most of it's going to be covered up, but maybe a little of it to show through. And we have a little bit of action going on back there. Need a little action. Go back into our lavender and brown mixture, and maybe come right up here. Maybe there's another stone. There he is. It's not a great deal of color on here. Not a great deal of color. Really push firmly. There, just really push it in. Begin shaping your rocks. Take off all that excess paint. Just all types of little beautiful things happening there. Now at home, you have unlimited time, and you can just make, layer after layer and beautiful stone after beautiful stone here. But this little knife is really ideal for this. Okay, maybe in our world here, there's a little touch of highlight that just zings right on down on that rock. Oh, there it is. See there? Now then, just grab the edges of that maybe and blend it back a little. That's a mean looking rock, isn't it? Take a little touch of blue and white, and let's just put a little of that right in here. There. Okay. A little bit of straight white. See, and just by making these little circles here, you can create all kinds of foam mist that's building and churning down here. Look at that. And you can do it. You can do it. Firm pressure, bending that knife. Bend it. You can do entire seascapes with this little knife. It's very, very good for seascapes. Okay. Let me find my old fan brush again. Maybe there's right in here. There's another little doer that lives right there. Wherever you want it. Put a little trough right there. Just very gently blend it together. This liquid clear is fantastic for seascapes. It's one of the nicest things I ever invented. It works so well. See that? How that just, there's a trough right in there though that flows for you. Okay. There it is. Lost my knife for a second. Maybe there's another stone right here. And as I say, in your world, you put as many or as few stones as you want. This is just a little bit of brown and some of that lavender color. We just let it churn and mist right in there. Isn't that pretty though, the way that just comes together? Okay, I'm going to take a least little touch of yellow ochre. Least little touch, a little bit of white. And maybe let's just come right out in here and sort of define this stone a little bit. See that? Such a small amount of the ochre in there. It doesn't even look like ochre. A little touch of the blue. A little more white. Wipe your knife continually. Get off any excess paint. And you can just blend all this together. Shoot, let's have a big rock right here. I'm getting so carried away. I need something to cover up this big opening here. We'll just take some Van Dyke brown here. Let's just bring him right off the canvas. What the heck? Maybe he comes right there. Wherever. Comes right down in front. And just fill this in. Just scrape off all the excess paint. All the excess paint. Just really get in there and pull all of it out that you can. Okay, and then our little knife. I just want to blend all this together. Over here, I'm going to add a little bit of the phthalo blue and white. Act as a nice shadow color. Maybe there's a touch right in here, a little highlight. And you're continually wiping the knife. There we go. Now let's have some fun. Maybe, in our world, maybe the old water line here comes right. Push very firmly. Like so. And just blend that back. See, it's unbelievable what you can do with the knife. It really and truly is. Spend some time learning this son of a gun. Make friends with it. Make it your good friend, because it will do things that you could not believe. See, create the illusion of a little mist here. Maybe there's another little ripple right up here on the shore a little bit. There. Okay. Now then, we need some little fun things in here. Maybe in here we have just all kinds of little foam things that live in here. There we go. And you can blend these until they, any degree of lightness, softness, harshness that you want, can make it very, very soft. Now, take a little paint thinner, a little phthalo blue and white, and let's go back in here and begin putting in just some little wave indications. And you can put in all kinds of these to really make your painting stand out. Just all kinds of them. And if you come across here, think where the light's coming. If you have a little bright spot here, maybe this right in here, it's a little bit brighter. Let them just shine. See, maybe right along in here. Okay, here's some. They come right on around. Look at that. See, this gives shape and form to your wave. There. There we go. Just let your hand wiggle and jiggle and carry on. This is where if you have a little nervous twitch, you're ahead of the game. Boy, you've got something going. Take advantage of it. Here comes one. Yep, you're right. Just let them go. There. But these things, as I say, this is what adds the little details that are so fantastic. And if you're out selling paintings, for example, this is what will make your painting stand out over everybody else's that's around. So spend some time and do some of these little things and enjoy it. It's a fun part of it. Maybe even in here, a few little gooders over in here. Something like so. There's no end to this. But seascapes should not be hard. They shouldn't be a big mystery. I think we've come up with some ways here to do some seascapes that even if you've never painted them before, you'll have very, very good success. I'm going to sign this one, take a little red, and we'll call it done. I hope you've enjoyed it. Show you how to use the liquid clear and how in just a few minutes you can do a fantastic little seascape. And from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting, God bless, and I'll see you next time.